Hey, and welcome back to Daydreaming in the Garden. I'm Pork Chop, healing advocate, trauma survivor, and your guide through the wild world of self discovery. This channel is all about turning pain into power and creating a safe space to unpack the stuff no one talks about. Whether you're here on purpose or stumbled in by divine scroll, thank you for choosing you and for letting me be part of your journey. Here we lift the rugs, open the windows, and tell the stories we were taught to hide. So let's heal together, one video, one revelation, and one daydream at a time. Now, as you guys can see, we took a little road trip today to go to a spring water planting bottling facility. And on the way there, we decided to stop and let Nibbler take a little breather. And here is Joe. It's the Joe. It's the Joe Show and the Nibbler Show and the Joe Show. But anyway, on today's episode, we will be discussing mental health because May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And I just thought this would be a great way to kick things off. So for the next 3 weeks, I will be uploading videos pertaining to mental health, and I will go into further details about those here in a second. Now, I want to thank you for coming and being a part of this very special episode and every episode. And if you are not a full-time daydreamer, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so we can get things kicking off, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. But this channel is for anybody, whether you're thriving, surviving, or somewhere in between. This space is for you because mental health isn't just some buzzword. It's the air we breathe, the quiet moments we feel too much or too little of, and the strength it takes just to be, especially in this economy. So for the next 16 minutes, we're diving deep into why this month matters, how we'll be breaking it down and over the coming weeks, and what kind of juicy, nourishing, empowering combos we're about to have. So let's go! Now, before we begin, I'd like to say that, look how beautiful the drive up to the spring bottling facility was. I absolutely did love it. It was about an hour drive from my city, so it wasn't bad, and the view was actually pretty amazing. Now, so let's warm up and start at the root. Why do we even have Mental Health Awareness Month? Because for too long, mental health has been treated like the weird cousin at the family reunion, ignored, judged, or only brought up when something goes wrong. But here's the truth. We all have mental health, just like we all have physical health. And ignoring one while obsessing over the other, that's like watering a plant's leaves but not its roots. This month is about removing shame, busting stigma, and celebrating how powerful it is to check in with your mind, how powerful it is to check in with your heart and with your inner world. It's about creating safety, talking about trauma without guilt, and realizing you are not alone, ever. So I'm sure you're wondering what you can expect over the next few weeks, and I've broken it down into 3 deep dive episodes that'll each focus on different layers of mental health, and they'll be packed with heart, maybe a few tears, and a lot of giggles, and definitely some OMG, that's me moments. So, before we begin, let me just say that as we pulled up to this facility, I honestly was expecting an actual spring of some sorts. I don't know. I wasn't really expecting a building, a brick and mortar type of deal. So this was new for me and it was a little different. But I mean, hey, I looked up the reviews. They said that the water was good and it was velvety smooth. And I was like, why not? Why not? So, here I am. We made it. So we walk in and we see all these different types of bottles of water because, as I tell everyone, that mental health is important, but your physical health goes hand in hand with your mental health. So what you're putting into your body is just as important as what you're consuming mentally. So we went ahead and I got a case of water and some Delta 9 high heels watermelon flavored seltzer waters that I did not like. Y'all, they tasted like flavored chapstick. After you lick it, it was gross. So anyway, we got the water, we got out to the car, and we went ahead and opened it because I wanted to try it right here. So the packaging is pretty, everything, the bottle is pretty, the labels are pretty. They're really good water bottles, not those cheap, really flimsy ones. These are good, tough water.
Nice packaging.
It is nice packaging. Let's see.
It's got bubbles at the top.
You ready?
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just concerned about the bubbles. Okay.
I can't taste it.
Okay. I don't know if I like that face you just made. Is that a good hum? Bad hum?
I mean,
is it velvety smooth?
you tell me. I don't know what
Is it
velvety
velvety
smooth water
smooth?
tastes like.
You said it was supposed to be velvety. Okay. Peppy. Okay, come on. Let's be okay. Put your serious face on.
I mean,
It tastes like a gulp. That's what it tastes like. It tastes like a gulp.
it tastes like water. I mean, I don't know. It was spring water. I don't know what I was expecting, but maybe it's because it ain't got all the added electrolytes.
You know how when you get pushed into a pool and you swallow some water and you get that fresh breath of air, you take that big. That's what it tastes like. That's what it tastes like.
I mean,
she gonna see the beauty in everything. I'm gonna tell y'all.
I was trying to be positive, but
it's positive. I'm just saying it just tastes like a goat. It tastes like a hiccup.
it needs tea.
You try to make that's gonna be the thickest tea you ever made out of this water.
Pairing thing.
The thickest tea.
It's no syrup, elderberry syrup.
If you made some Kool-Aid with this water, the way if you drunk this water and a Popeye's biscuit together, you would literally choke yourself to death.
Die.
You would die. It tastes dry.
It does. It tastes like.
It tastes dry.
We're gonna have to try a different spring because that one I'm not impressed.
Maybe we would have got it ourselves.
I'm not impressed.
Cause I knew something was up with the bubbles. Like I was like, it's bubbles at the top. I ain't never seen. If it's supposed to be pure water, why it's got bubbles at the top? Like, did this batch just not get?
So I mean,
Okay.
it's healthy water, right? Like, ain't that what that? It's still healthy, right? No.
Okay. It tastes like some thick ass Kool-Aid.
Let me hold on, y'all. All right, so now we're on the way back from the spring bottling plant. As you can see from the review, we were not impressed, but I mean, it's good water. I still have been drinking it. I'm about done with my case now, so I can't complain. But anyway, y'all know it's spring. I was at Home Depot, and so this is my week now. And so we went to Home Depot to go ahead and get some stuff, and it was going to be Easter. So I went ahead and went to my daughter's school for her Easter egg hunt, and I made her and her friends some cute little Easter baskets. And then I went to go become a baddie. But anyway, all right. So the first episode that we'll be talking about next week is Healing Isn't Linear, and it's breaking the myths of recovery. We'll talk about what real healing looks like, not the Instagram version. It's messy, circular, frustrating, and freeing. We'll explore grief, setbacks, and what it means to grow at your own pace. Now, throughout the week, I ended up going to Texas de Brazil, which is here in my local city, and it is a steakhouse or something like that, and it was actually pretty decent. They had a really nice charcuterie / salad bar with a lot of cold items on there that were pretty good. They had a little soup bar, and then as you could see earlier, the people, the waitresses and stuff would come around and actually cut your meat on your plate dead in front of you. So it was actually pretty cool. And it's technically an all-you-can-eat steakhouse. So it was a little expensive, but the food was good. The food was good, y'all. Like, I had a good time up in that thing. I'm not gonna lie. All right. So now, the second episode we'll talk about is Let's Talk Triggers, and it'll be understanding our nervous system. Why do certain things set us off? Why do we freeze, lash out, or shut down? This episode will be your intro to trauma responses, emotional flashbacks, and how our bodies keep the score, literally. And then the last episode of the month of May will be mental health and relationships. And on that episode, we will talk boundaries, red flags, and safe love. And this one gets pretty spicy. We'll chat about how trauma impacts how we connect, date, love, and argue. We'll also cover people pleasing, hyper independence, and how to build real intimacy and not trauma bonding. Now, this is the interactive corner. Let me just tell you, this isn't just me talking at you. Nope, I want you to be a part of this as well. All right, so on top of that, that week, I also went to Lumberjack, which is a axe throwing place, and that was actually pretty fun. That drink I bought was gross. This was at Stars and Strikes, which is outside in my local city, and it was pretty cool. I had fun doing a lumberjacking, but that drink was nasty. It was like some type of seltzer beer mix. I don't know. It was gross. But anyway, each week I'll be doing Q&A segments, story submissions, and maybe even some giveaways for the folks who participate. So let's build a little online village where we can share, cry, laugh, and support each other. If you got a topic you're dying to hear about, a situation you want to unpack, DM me or drop it in the community chat or on my comments. If you like, you can DM me on Instagram. That is where I'm most active. You can Instagram me. You can DM me on Facebook because I do have my messenger and I will get it. Just give me some time because a lot of them do end up going to archives if you're not already my friend. Now, this is where I had finally got my first one, and I was excited that I had finally got my accent. And then after that, I pretty much got the hang of it. So, baby, because we did it, we won. This is rapid fire round. We're gonna bust some myths here real quick. So, the first myth I want to bust is you can't have depression if you're high functioning. False. You can absolutely have depression if you're high functioning. It's called high functioning depression. Myth 2, therapy is only for people with big trauma. Nope, therapy is literally for everyone with a brain. Now, the week of me recording this entire video was the week of Easter, so I decided to do not only an Easter egg hunt for the kids, but for the adults as well. So this was actually pretty exciting. So we are doing the first annual adult Easter egg hunt. As you can see, I have stuffed these Easter eggs from the Dollar Tree with goodies. And you gotta be careful with them. I should have taped them together. And I'm about to hide them for me and the gang to find. Excited. It's enough people to where everybody should get at least one goodie egg. And I'm excited to see how it goes. And then the last myth that I actually want to bust is that whole think positive thing. If you think positive, you'll be fine. Like, y'all, let's be so serious. Like, that toxic positivity is something else that I do plan to cover at some point. But that is insane. Like, you cannot heal mental health, but just by just thinking positive. Please don't let people and these positive, toxic mental wealth creators convince y'all that it is you that is the problem. Mental health is something that should be taken seriously, and it correlates directly with your nervous system. So please don't let these people make you think that it is you that is the problem just because you're thinking wrong. That's not the case here. Now, mind y'all, I was trying my best to hide these where I knew that they would be found, but I also didn't want like my neighbors or something to come out and be like, oh, look, an egg. So it was a lot going on with me trying to hide these, and then I was trying to record as well, and then like people was pulling up to help with it, and it was just a lot going on. But anyway, now before we wrap up this tidy little video of mine, let me go ahead and just start with a couple of Q&As here I had gotten in my DM within the last couple of months. The first one is, what is Mental Health Awareness Month and why is it important? And the answer is, it's a time to bring attention to mental health, something that affects everyone whether we talk about it or not. It's about reducing stigma, promoting healing, and reminding people they're not alone in their struggles. Mental health is just as real and valid as physical health. So please make sure you take it seriously because they correlate just as one. The next question was, how do I know if I'm struggling with my mental health? If you're feeling consistently overwhelmed, disconnected, anxious, hopeless, or just not yourself for a while, it's worth checking in. You don't need to hit rock bottom to seek support. If something doesn't feel right, that is a valid enough reason to seek support in itself. The next question was, what's one small thing I can do to improve my mental health? Start by showing up for yourself in one small way each day. Maybe that's making your bed, going for a walk. Journaling is always a very good go-to for me. Or even just breathing deeply for 60 seconds, which some would like to interpret as meditation. Tiny acts of care build emotional momentum, and that momentum is what catapults you out of that dark place. Please make sure you're not just continuing to stay into the dark place because isolation breeds depression. The next question is, what should I do if I'm supporting someone with mental health issues? Listen without trying to fix. Let them feel seen and let them feel heard. Ask what they need instead of assuming, and take care of yourself too. It's okay to set boundaries even while being compassionate. Now, I come to you all with all of this, and before we wrap up, here are a few gentle tips to carry with you through this week. Check in with yourself daily. A simple "how am I really feeling" is a game changer. Move your body. Even a stretch or a dance break can shake off stress. Give yourself permission to not be okay. Like seriously, that's not a weakness. It's okay to not be okay. It is wisdom. Please use that wisdom. And finally, here's your love note from me to you. You are worthy of being seen, supported, and celebrated exactly as you are. Healing is hard, but you don't have to do it alone. Now, as you can see, we started the egg hunt and I forgot to get everything on camera as it came, but everybody definitely had a good time. I think it would only ended up being two of them or so. Happy Easter! Say Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
You feel what you got, girl?
I'm good.
Ooh, shot o'clock. What you got over here? What you got? Shot o'clock. All right, daydreamers, and that is it for this week. I want to thank you for joining me and coming into my fabulous life, and also for healing, just for you, for choosing you. And if anyone you know or if you yourself are suffering through a mental health crisis, I have provided resources here that you may reach out to at any time, and I've also included the hours of operation for each one. Some of them too have text as well. Please make sure you use these resources if you or anyone you know is suffering a mental health crisis, because just because we talk about serious topics in a not so serious way does not make them something that is serious. Seek help. You are loved. TTYL Daydreamers. Talk to you later.